Hello, Taylor from Compass here. Going to quickly show you how to use Open Graph tags in Squarespace. So Open Graph is a system that helps you share content online, and along with a link, you can share a little bit more. So if you ever see a Facebook feed and it has, along with a link, an image, a title, a description, etc., when you paste that link in, that's all using Open Graph's system. And Squarespace does a very good job of doing this by default, but some people like to explicitly define their Open Graph information. So what I'm going to do is just show you how to do this on a fake menu page. All these videos are with fake sites. And let's say I want this image in particular to appear when I paste this link. And let's say I want this piece of Greek text. And let's just say we're going to call it Compass menu or something like that as the Open Graph. So those are the three objectives, and let's dive in. So first, you're going to want to hover over the page that you want to go to, or that you want to define the Open Graph. Click on the gear icon and go to the Advanced tab. Here is where the header injection is. There might be stuff in here already from other people, and here's everything you would need. So I zoomed way in. There's a few other properties that Open Graph allows you to define, but Squarespace does a very good job of doing these by default. So these are the main three that we generally get asked to include in a website. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy these three. I think they make sense. So there's title here, image, and then description. So let's paste it directly in. And between these little content things, so again, I'll say I want this title to be Compass menu. Let's say I want this image. So now I'm going to click Save because I don't want to lose my work here, and show you a quick trick. I'm in Chrome, by the way, Google Chrome. So I'm going to right-click on this image and hit Inspect. What it's going to do once it loads, it's going to kind of validate that I clicked on the right thing. And it's not highlighting it that well. There it is. So when it highlights the image itself, which you can, I'll maybe record a different video of how to inspect element well, but you can kind of get a sense of where the image is if you look for a certain URL, source URL within this. So I'm going to copy. This always gets annoying. Just double click on it and copy. And the way I can verify that I have the right information on my clipboard is just by pasting it into a browser, and there's my beautiful image of a coffee mug and donut. So that's what I want. We're going to exit out of this developer console, the scary inspect element console, go back to the menu, click back on the Advanced tab, and the reason why I needed that link is to paste it as my Open Graph image right there. And description, so I said I wanted this block of text, but it's really just lorem ipsum. So ipsum, etc. So this will appear as my direct Open Graph description, and go ahead and give it a save. Now, one thing I should note, and because we're stingy, we're not upgrading this site to a real site. This page actually won't render online, so Facebook won't actually care about it. It's just going to bounce it because this login screen has to appear. But I can assure you that if I launch this website and went to, I'll include this in the notes as well, Facebook debugger, and you paste your URL right in here. And again, this is going to be interesting. And click just fetch new scrape information. So after you define these Open Graph tags, just go ahead and paste that information here. Click fetch new. Right here, it'll obviously Squarespace is passing in some things as an Open Graph title, Squarespace trial website. There's the URL, so it's clearly not working. But if I go to, for example, I just did this one earlier today, so fingers crossed it works, because live demos are always a terrible idea. It'll define all this open meta tag property stuff. But basically, the three things I defined clearly were I wanted this title to be Celebrate Home. I wanted this image to be that image, and I wanted that text to be exactly that text. So that was what I defined explicitly in that exact same portion. And that should teach you how to use Open Graphs in Squarespace.